Hello and welcome back to Yasa Glass with this new immersive 360 video, which should work on VR displays. This 360 format should allow you to rotate the video around to the front, the back, the sides. It gives you more control of what you want to see. This first video will be a simple ride down the interstate, a good test run of the new equipment. Let me know if you're having any issues down in the comment section. If you can't move your view around or if the video is slow and jittery. I'm starting out here in 8K 30 FPS. Then my next video will be 4K 60 FPS. And so I'm just testing different things right now. I might move the camera around as well later. But go ahead and sit back and enjoy the video. Take it all in, and then let me know in the comment section how you feel about it. As a creator, it is a much different experience for me. I normally have much more control of what you see, and so I can direct the video, direct your view very specifically. But here, I'm kind of out of control. So where I would normally zoom in on road debris or pan across the screen when a wild animal is walking by, I now have to rely on you to do that. The best I can do is give you a heads up in which direction to look as it's coming up. Like this bridge coming up above us is the one I took in the high-speed interstate video. I've been recording a lot of firsts that have been happening on my new adventure on the road and been trying to share them with you. The bike washed and waxed, the drive chain cleaned and lubed, and that backseat cowl, which you can see here in the video, if you just look behind me. I've been dropping small things in there, using it as a little trunk. And just recently, the other day, I jammed the lock. I spent about 30 minutes trying to get it open, but I just ran out of time, as I had to pick up my nieces from school. And so after riding it a little bit, I tried it again, and I got it open. It turned out that one of the things I put in there rolled into the locking mechanism and literally jammed it like a doorstop. But besides that, it is pretty cool. I'm glad I got it. You might see my in transit back there is also flapping around on the whale tail. I lost one of the fasteners I was holding it on. But that's alright, I ordered a personalized plate and it's already got here, so I need to go pick it up pretty soon. As far as the break-in period, the bike is already over 1,000 miles. I did the oil change myself and learned how to adjust the drive chain as well. There are some more things that need to be checked just for safety, and so I might actually make a road trip back down to Des Moines to have them check it out. That'd be a good opportunity for a road trip video, and the oil change video will be coming pretty soon as well. It's a pretty beautiful day. You can see the sun in the top left there, and not a cloud in the sky. Make sure to check out these sculptures here on this bridge. It's pretty unique. They had an individual artist design it. It's gotten some positive and negative reviews. I think maybe that's what good art does, is it gets noticed, good or bad. You set out a personal experience, and others might not reflect the same way from it. But as long as they're reflecting something, it means it's an impactful art piece. But art is very subjective. It comes down to the individual eye to determine the value. And I personally love nature. There's so much beautiful scenic things to see, from the sky to the forest. I promise my next 360 video will have more scenic viewing. My brother and I have actually been going on a lot of rides lately. He's been picking all these different scenic paths. I plan to record as much as I can to bring you along for the ride. And I might not always do the 360 view either. I can reframe the 360 footage into a normal video and choose where the screen points. So that might give me more camera angle options without having to set up multiple cameras. This one is the new GoPro Max 2. It seems to be doing pretty well. It's not as sharp as my main camera, but it is much more portable. And now to your right, you'll see the Missouri River. And although I've crossed this bridge many, many times in my car, this will be the first time on my bike. The top right coming up on this hill, you might see a couple of train locomotives. It's a little monument for the Union Pacific Railroad, which does run here in my area. And so if you're a locomotive fan, a train enthusiast, let me know. We also have the Henry Dorley Zoo coming up on the left. It's a little harder to see between these trees. I've been going since I was little, and they've added so many things that you can't see it all in one day. You used to walk the park and check everything out, but now you just kind of pick what you want to see. But you can see the Desert Dome from here, which is a giant glass enclosure that simulates the desert. And honestly, I've only really appreciated it after I got into glass blowing and become an artist myself. Now I see the artistic beauty in it and the geometric design. Sometimes it can be hard to see the appreciation in something, but once you know where to look, you'll be glad you did. So I'll have to look twice here as I'm getting off and on the ramps, as I appreciate not getting hit by cars. Forgot to shift down into first, and I started rolling down on a hill, and so I thought I could pull away in second, but Ivy wasn't having any of that. Again, real quick, you'll see the Desert Dome up on your right. You'll see how the sun just glistens off the top right side of it. It's so cool. And so I'm looping back onto the interstate now. I'll have to merge into the right lane, so I'll need a signal and look over, which the turn signal is located on the left-hand side. It's a little lever I can push left or right, and then push it in to turn it off. It doesn't turn itself off automatically, and it doesn't make any noise, so a lot of times I forget I have it turned on. I remember when I was first riding with my brother after we brought Ivy home, I was feeling a bit nervous to follow too close behind my brother in his Goldwing, and so I was riding about a good block or so behind him. I just didn't have a good feel for the braking distance, and so I wanted as much space as I could. Real quick, coming up on the right, we have the Missouri River again. I was trying to drive closer to the side so you can see it. But anyhow, we've been going on a lot more rides, and I've also been practicing a little bit separately on the brakes as well. I found it's actually pretty easy to put enough on the rear brake to activate the ABS, which I imagine is kind of easier since it's kind of like a tail. It drags behind the bike, so there's not a lot of weight on it when you're braking. Whereas the leading brake has all the bike's mass behind it. So as you're pressing that down, the weight of the bike shifts onto that front wheel. And so with practice, I've been able to gain some more confidence with my braking. But for safety, it is good to be mindful of having a nice distance. It gives you more time to react in case something does happen. And the higher speed you travel, the less time you have for braking and reactions. And lately, when we ride, I've got enough confidence to ride more in formation. You'll be in the left side of the lane, and then I'll be in the right side of the lane. This gives me a good view of the road in front of me by a good couple hundred feet, whereas if I was behind him, I wouldn't be able to see. But I do brake formation for bends and curves, so I can make the turn properly, and I can already see the road because it's turning in front of him. And now I know I didn't need to pass these vehicles, but I just saw a lot of open space there and wanted to take the opportunity. But you'll notice I went to the very left lane to pass the semi, and that's for safety, as the driver is located on the left, so it's more easy to see you on that side. Which visibility is very important. I believe my bright colors do make me easier to spot. Recently, the lady at the toll booth said she was able to spot me coming down the bridge, and so she had my account charged before I got there. So it's good to be seen and also to be predictable as well, so people aren't surprised by your maneuvers. Personally, I don't trust the turn signal as much as others might. I've had plenty of times where someone was driving down the road, they turn their turn signal on, start to slow, get ready to turn, and then they don't. They just speed back up. And so I might wait just a little bit longer to see if they actually do turn and change their path from my direction. And so I didn't see this red truck behind me until it passed me later. It just seemed to come out of nowhere. I need to get back to the right lane to get on the off-ramp. I'm gonna look real quick and then scoot over 2 lanes. And so I was maintaining a pretty good speed here for this area, and so I was a bit surprised this truck was wanting to pass me. And he did it right as my lane was ending, so I slowed down a bit to create a little bumper of space between us. Unfortunately, the human element is kind of the biggest danger here on the road. You have to have eyes in the back of your head, and maybe a couple on the side wouldn't hurt as well. And so I'll use those extra eyes to check as I merge over a couple lanes for my off-ramp. And to make sure to use my turn signal, unlike our friendly red truck up front. Once I exit the interstate, that will complete the first test of my new 360 equipment. And down in the comment section, let me know how you enjoyed this new video experience. I do want to incorporate it into the channel, but I'm not sure how often. I do want to thank you for watching this first one. Make sure to like and subscribe to follow my new adventure on the road. And to my fellow riders out there, stay safe, keep your eyes open, and find that freedom.